everybody and welcome back to my channel and happy new year. We are finally in 2021 and I think we're all safe to say that we are very ready for the new year, for new beginnings and for new possibilities, new adventures, and just for a brand new year. So with that being said, today's video is going to be a 2021 goals and resolutions video. So I'm going to do this video a little bit different. I am going to create my own vision board and put on there all the things that I want to do in 2021, all the ideas that I have, and set it as my laptop background. So every time I log onto my laptop, it's there straight away for me to see. I get inspired and it's something that I will see every day. So that's what the plan for today's video. I am going to do a little bit of screen sharing, a bit of chatting. It's going to be very casual, very chill. And if you're interested in seeing my 2021 goals, hope this inspires you, then please keep on watching. So I've just started screen sharing and I've got my two tabs open. I've got PicMonkey, which is the app that I'm going to use to create my desktop background, and I've got Pinterest open, which is where I'm going to get my pictures from. First thing to note with PicMonkey is you can create any kind of blank canvas, any desktop, like any size for any desktop. So I've just found the pixels for a MacBook Pro and set that, and then I've got the perfect size for my desktop background. So I've set that, I've got Pinterest open, and then I'm going to start to pin and find some images that I really like to put onto my background. I am just going to put just a base colour onto my background, just so I've got a little bit of something, just so it's not going to be chock-a-block. It's going to be a couple of pictures here and there. So I think I'm going to set my background, I think I'm going to do a nice lavender colour. So that's going to be my background, and then I'm going to go onto Pinterest. And one of my big 2020 goals is to save for my house and have the other half of the deposit to buy a house. So I'm going to put you're going to type in house, a picture of a house that I like. It's obviously not the kind of house that I'm actually going to have, so I'm just going to take a screenshot of that and then I can start putting it on my board. So now that I've found that picture of a house that I like, I'm just going to go onto computer, and then it should be under screenshots. So there we are. So I'm going to choose that and then put it on my board. So I'm just going to remove the background, but this is a premium feature. If you don't have PicMonkey, you can't remove the backgrounds of just normal photos, but you get the idea of the kind of thing that I'm trying to do. And I just think it's really important to have something like this that you can reflect on and look back on, and just have that goal every time I open my laptop, which I go on my laptop every day, to have something in the background that's like, oh, okay, yeah, this is what I'm doing everything for, this is what I'm working towards. So that's the house. I am going to add some text. I'm just going to put 2021 right in the middle. 2021. Select a font that I like. Should I use Sunday? Make that big. So it's right in the middle. I just want to outline that in white. So there we go, just 2021 right in the middle, just so that keeps me focused. So the next thing that I really want to do for next year is I really want to get some tattoos and get my first tattoos. I know what I want, I've inquired, but obviously we're going into tier 4, it's not going to be as easy as just going to get the tattoos that I want. So I have got a Pinterest board of tattoos that are the tattoos that I want to go and get. So I'm just going to pin a couple of those tattoos, just take screenshots again. These are not the exact things that I want to get, they're just along that kind of line. So just screenshot that, add the image onto the board, and I will know what it means. And that's exactly what you want your board to be about. It doesn't matter if it doesn't all make sense, if it doesn't all flow together, it looks really aesthetic. You know what it means. These are your goals and your resolutions and your visions for what you want to happen for the next, like the following year. So that's one of the tattoos that I want to get. A butterfly on my ribs. And then another tattoo I want to get is, well, it's kind of like a mishmatch of things, but it's essentially the Unalom symbol. I do this one. This, like I said, this is not the tattoo that I want to get. It's something along this sort of line, but I will know what it means. So I'm going to crop that and then add that to my board. So it is quite repetitive, adding things from Pinterest that you really like, adding it onto your board. But I think it is really important to think about what you want to achieve next year, whether you put it on a little Pinterest board or something different. It's completely up to you. So put that tattoo there. I want to get this one as well. This is another one that I want to have on my ribs. And then I want one more on my ankle. And I think it'll be really interesting as well once you do these kind of Pinterest boards, vision boards, to look back on at the end of the year and see what have you achieved, how can you kind of tick or pin from your vision board. You said, yeah, I did that, I achieved this, I can tick that off. Or is there going to be things where you're like, didn't quite get to do that, but you know, never mind. And your goals might change as you go along as well. This is just for a bit of fun. You can change your vision board throughout the year if you want to, but these are just the things that I feel like I want to achieve at the moment. So the next goal that I really want, so I've got the deposit for the house, the tattoos, is I want to get a proper job. I want like a 9 to 5 businesswoman, normal job that isn't in the industry that I'm in at the minute necessarily. So I've just put into Pinterest businesswoman, and all of these are very subjective. You know, what does a businesswoman look like? She doesn't have to be in a suit. That doesn't mean that she's a businesswoman necessarily, but that's what I think of when I think of businesswoman. I think of a woman in a suit. So instead of a businesswoman, I found a woman that really inspires me. I think that has a similar sort of effect, and that is Patricia Bright on YouTube. She really inspires me when it comes to business. I know that she went to some sort of business school, like business uni. She has multiple of her own businesses whilst being a mum, whilst doing YouTube. Like, I just think she's an overall inspirational woman. So she is definitely going on my vision board, and that to me represents getting that job, finding my way, and finding something that feels more like me. So I'm going to put Patricia Bright on my vision board, put her there. And another goal that I really want to hit is I really want to get to 500 subscribers by the end of 2021. So I'm going to add in the text and put in 500 subs and just make that smaller. 500 subs. Just pop that there. I'm going to put a little YouTube graphic in that as well. There we go. So I've got my little 500 subscribers. I am currently at 140, so that is like, that's a lot of subscribers to try and gain by next year. But I started my channel this year with nothing, obviously, with no subscribers, and I've got to 140 by the end of this year, which might not seem like a lot to most people, but to me it's a big achievement that anybody even watches. But these are things that you put on. Some of it might be realistic goals, somewhat unrealistic. You never know what it is that you're going to achieve in the following year. So 500 subscribers seems like a lot, but who knows, maybe it will happen. I'm manifesting it and putting it out there. My fingers are crossed that that will happen. Another thing that I want to do is I really want to do a girls trip. I want to go away with my friends next year if possible and see my friends more, definitely. So I'm going to do a little picture of a girls' trip just to kind of get me inspired that maybe it will happen. Maybe me and the girls will go away. But the last girls' holiday I went on was Zante back in, oh, I don't know, I think I was 20, so it was like 2018 maybe. And it was honestly one of my favourite trips ever. Like, it was just so much fun. Me and the girls just bonded so much on that holiday. I really just had just one of the, I mean, the memories are, I'll never forget. It was like one of my favourite things that I ever did was going on a girls' holiday. And I'd love to do something like that again, but perhaps more of a grown-up holiday. That's why I put that little picture there of the girls like with their towels on, chilling, sunbathing. Because we didn't really do too much of that on our girls' holiday. It was definitely more of a drinking holiday, that's for sure. Speaking of trips, next year I really want to go back to Paris. Paris is one of my favourite places in the whole entire world. I really just think it's like, I just think it's magical. I absolutely love Paris. It has a really special place in my heart. So I'm going to put a picture of the Eiffel Tower, because Eiffel Tower, am I okay? And I really want to go back to Paris with Lewis, obviously. I'm going to put this cute picture, oh, pools. And then I'm also going to have a picture of this patisserie in Paris called Paul's. And they do it in the UK. It's just not the same. It doesn't have the same vibe. But every time I think of Paris, I think about these macaroons. I think about Paul's, because it honestly is just, it just screams Paris to me. Like, it's just such a beautiful patisserie. So I'd love to go back to Paris and to have those macaroons again, because they are amazing. I need to lose in that 2021, so I need to bring that forward. There we go. And then add another picture of pools. So you can see how things start to build up on your background. I'm going to put pools in. So now that I've got the Paris trip in there, I also want to put Cyprus in, because I really want to go back to Cyprus next year. Fanti Hotel, which is the one that I stayed in last time. It's just gorgeous, really a gorgeous hotel. As you can see, most of these are, I want to travel. I want to go out of these four walls next year. I want to do something, have things to look forward to, and that's really like my biggest goals for next year, is to try and travel again and find the things that you enjoy and make me happy. So those are the pictures that I want to put in for my goals for next year. Another thing that I really want to do is just to continue doing YouTube, to inspire people, just to continue doing what I'm doing and just do things that I enjoy. So I'm going to put the quote in, do another quote, just put to inspire. So I think I'm happy with everything that I've got on there. I've got the deposit for the house, I've got the businesswoman of Patricia to inspire me to getting more into business, to get a proper job. I've got my girls trip on there. I've got my pools, my Paris trip, I've got my tattoos to inspire, my 500 subscriber goal. The only other thing that I want to put on there is just to be brave, because I want to continue to do things that scare me in terms of like my driving, to become more independent in that sense. And so I'm just going to put to be brave. So I've got a couple of things on there, a couple of words, lots of images of places to go, people, and things that I really want to achieve for next year and some of my goals. So I'm happy with that. So I'm now going to rename this as 2021 Goals Vision Board. It's not the most beautifully put together board. Yes, there's things that I can move around and it can make it look way better, but this is just how I want it to be. This is just straight from my mind, and that's what I want to put on there. So I'm happy with how the way that's looking. So I'm going to download this, and then I will show you when it's on my background. So this is my completed 2021 vision board as set as my desktop background. I'm really happy with it. I didn't want it to be too busy, too many things all over the place that I'd get a bit like, whoa, this is too much. But everything's on there that I want to be on there. I'm really happy every time I open it and this is what I see. So I hope you guys have enjoyed following me along creating this vision board for 2021 and me sharing some of my goals and the things that I want to achieve for next year. And I hope that if you do the same, you'd share it down below, leave your Instagrams or share a picture with me over there. I'd really want to see them. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. Please give me a big like and a comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.